Thank you. Welcome, sir. Three-star director, Mr. Emmanuel Eduru, all the way in Lagos, Nigeria. Please let's give him a warm round of applause. Leave your favorite emojis in the commentary. Let's give him a fantastic welcome, TWP, and anyone joining us tonight. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Joyce, and your co-hosts. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Apart from your plan A, I can see your plan B is also stepping up, which is Longrich and others. That's very good. I so much appreciate what you are doing in the UK markets, trying to keep the market going. It has been an awesome performance, and it has not been easy, but you guys have been able to keep it going for us to even leverage on that and also see what we can do. It's a pleasure for me to be here this night, even though it was not really conducive. I was a little bit, I think it was, I didn't plan it well. I thought I would be back yesterday. So later I discovered that my flight was yesterday, today. So, but I had no choice. We just finished our normal CIG Sunday Night Live, and I have to wait for this before I go to bed, completely exhausted. But if it is Longrich, it's my passion. And because it's my passion, anytime, any day, I don't get tired. I can continue. Longrich has done so much. First of all, who is Eduru? Emmanuel Eduru, you know, author of the book Made in Worry and all that. But I have a background. I came from somewhere, and it's good to know where I'm coming from.
Yes.
I have MSc in Business Development and Innovation in Ulster University in Northern Ireland in the United Kingdom. I am the National Financial Secretary of Society for Nigerian Doctors for the Welfare of Mankind. That is the Nigerian affiliates of International Physicians for the Prevention of Nuclear War, IPPNW. That is an organization that has won Nobel Peace Prize in 1985. I joined this group through my family doctor, and I've participated actively in the Nigerian affiliates, raised a lot of doctors that are today championing the cause. I have been very, very active in the forefront of campaign and advocacy for the prevention of small arms and light weapon proliferation in the sub-region in Africa, and also prevention of youth violence and, you know, drug abuse. These were things I've been doing since year 2000. I've also been involved in widows empowerment and also education, most especially for young divorcees and those that lost their husband at early age, at the age of 18. You know, that is up north, in the northern part of Nigeria. And I have been in this course for a very long time. So to that note, I was able to establish my own personal foundation that is currently assisting widows, widowers, and orphans in university. So that is a little bit of my background, to cut it very short because of time. And let's come back to Longrich, how I was able to bridge up. Yes, my joining Longrich was as a result of a family friend who we were, I would say, neighbors, and we're very close. So, but she could not really summon the courage to tell me, come and do this. But she was just telling me, it's good, come and do. But one thing I know is I hate network marketing. Before now, not now. I'm a different person, I'm a convert. And I've been over-converted. I actually hated network marketing then because I've never really seen anything good coming out of it for those that I've seen so far. But she was able to get with the maid to come and see me one night, midnight, and they got me. They got me. Straight to the point, they got me. Before then, I've actually been a serial entrepreneur. I don't really like this salary thing. So I never worked for salary. I would say all my life, I've never really worked for salary. I don't even know how to write application letter, but I've been employing people. So, but most of the businesses I've done so far in my life, they're always up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Today you are up, tomorrow you are out of business, probably because of policies of governments, economic situations, and all that. A lot of factors put together makes an average small or medium scale entrepreneur not to thrive in our environment. So I have been doing different businesses to see which could really trigger. But I would say the last one I did, I would say I was a recharge card distributor. Got to the stage of sub-trade partner with MTN, MTN, Airtel, and Glo. So, but as a result of theft, I couldn't manage the staff because the things were just too much to monitor. So I think that crashed. And when that crashed, I decided to give up. All these were done in Lagos. I grew up in the north, a little bit of worry from secondary school. Then after secondary school, immediately I left to the north. And from the north, I did all my tertiary institutions. I stayed in the north for 18 years. And it will interest you to know that my first degree took me 12 years, with 3 different institutions. Not that for one reason or the other. The first one, mathematics. Final year, I said I'm not doing mathematics again because it is not really what I wanted to do. I didn't just love the course. I felt, what am I going to do with it? Because then there was nothing like computer science, IT that was in vogue. So I changed, switched course, started all over again, and I went for economics. I graduated with economics. Then between the time I switched course, I did financial studies for 1 year and in another higher institution. Then before I went to do the economics degree. Now, after that, I went full-blown into my civil society organizations activities. I was really, really deep into it, traveling, organizing conferences, workshops, authoring papers and all that, presenting them in various schools outside the country and inside. So, but that's notwithstanding, when all businesses have crashed, I decided to relax, just stay back home, stay back and observe what next to do. And that was when the LONGRICH business came up. After Udeme finished everything, she was smart. I would say smart, very, very smart. Why did I say so? While she was talking to my wife, they came for me. I brought my wife to her to talk to. I'm not interested. I wasn't interested then. And she kept saying, sir, I want you to also be part of this. I said, why do you want me to be part of it? My wife is there for women. It's a women thing. So she was, as she was talking, she was doing the demo of the sanitary napkin. And I felt the surface of the napkin after the demo, and it was still dry. And it was from there I knew that the business, the products are good products. So maybe I would just be giving my wife support from the back to do it. But at the end of the day, when they left, something told me that I should do it. So I think I will fly with it. I said, okay. But actually, then all my businesses have been grounded. Nothing was happening, but I was still trying to, I'm not interested. I'm not doing. So in the morning, I told my wife to hold on, let me push in. then I have to use my house rent that was ready for landlord. Landlord was supposed to come, I think that night. No, sorry, the next day. So that same next day, I took all the money. I even added the remaining one in my bank account, and I went to put it inside the LONGRICH. The good thing is that there was products. I collected all the products, and we came back home, and that was the beginning of my LONGRICH journey.
Wow.
The next day, we started trying to sell and all that. I needed to sell the product because my landlord, I need to pay the rent. Of course, when the landlord came, the next day in fact, I called him to come. And when he came, he noticed that I was trying to give him some excuses and all that. He collapsed on my chair. But nevertheless, I was able to revive him and assured him that I've never failed him, that this time something came up and I just have to do that, but he shouldn't be afraid. So give and take. We started selling products. We were selling as if all our life depends on that product because we need to pay our rent. And there was no other money. And that rent was not even my own money. It was a gift from my family. So take for 3 years, they were paying my rent. And that was where I knew that I'm in trouble. But we were able to sell because of the passion at the beginning, the products, the passion. And we traveled down to Delta States. We sold all the products. On our way back, we were robbed and we lost the money.
Wow.
And we didn't bother. We were just selling. We kept, at that point, bonuses were coming because we were selling as the moment you embark on sales campaign, you begin to see people signing up with you without you even paying attention. All we know, we just signing, putting them there, register, they do, everybody keep doing yours. And within 3 months, we paid the rent. And then business started. And within that 3 months, I've hit Diamond 4. I don't even know what was Diamond 4. All I know is I was interested in bringing people, and also the selling aspect, I was just not to, I imposed the product on people to buy. So people I know, I impose the product on them, so they take it and later they pay me. Why we also get people to sign up. It was the signing up that I now focused on. Every week I ensure that if I don't bring, somebody under me is bringing. So there's always, new sign up on weekly basis for more than 2 years. That was something that I stood on, and I was able to build that organically. Now,
Wow.
That is amazing.
Really, it really is. It really is. There's so much already, ST. Let's just, pause to take it all in. And before we even go there, I just want to appreciate you because, when you messaged me that you actually got into Nigeria today, I was like, wow. I know because you probably didn't want to disappoint me. We agreed this date, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
it's not there.
Yeah, so it's it's a lot of sacrifice to be here. You have your team, you already have the business presentation just that finished about an hour or so ago. So thank you so much for
It's
coming.
okay. It's okay. We are doing it for the brand. The brand deserve more than this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the nuggets you dropped so far, I just want us to, for people to take it in.
Yeah.
How
you
you
can
started, your background, a serial entrepreneur who had done several businesses up and down, and then your last one sort of packed up the recharge card business. Then you took the plunge into LONGRICH. Even though at that time you did not fancy network marketing, so as to speak. But you said, okay, you're willing to give it a go because of the products. That's one thing that resonated with me. You saw the pad demo, and even though you're a gentleman, you saw that after they poured liquid into it, the surface remained dry. And you thought, wow, they have a good business case because the products are great. What did you do then? You took your last dime, so to speak, in quote, because you used the money meant for your rent to start your LONGRICH business. And of course, you couldn't pay the rent immediately, but you went out and started selling and you went on the team building spree. And many years later, so what year was that? Was it 2014, 2013?
That was 2014. June 2014.
June 2014. So 8 years on, the story has changed. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute, how the story has changed in 8 years, but that was how you got started, and you shared your background with us, all the phenomenal things you're doing, you know, business and outside of the business. So thank you. Flo, I'm going to turn it over to you to ask the next question.
In fact, he's already on that line already. You know, we were going to ask you, now you've told us your background, how you got started, some of the challenges that you faced. You did share that, you know, even as you got your products initially, you were selling and all, and somehow you got robbed. I can't imagine how you would have felt. The money that you borrowed, you needed to pay your rent and things like that. But even outside of that, you didn't let that stop you. You continued. So, but did you face more challenges? As you said, you mentioned like for 2 years, you were registering people every single week.
Yeah,
how did you continue like that consistently? Because one of the things that people are challenged with when they start something, they don't have that zeal or, I don't know, control to continue for a while, for a period of time. But you were consistent for 2 years registering people. What are some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome them to build this kind of successful business?
Okay, first of all, the challenges were much, that initial stage, much and discouraging. But the passion in me was like a consuming fire that was, you know, was engulfing every challenges. And let me break it down. I talked about when we lost the money, I drove, but these guys, they say tire and all that. We stopped and that was the end of the story. It was not good. Then when we got to Lagos, we kept pushing, doing what we know best. Now, the passion in us made us not to pay attention to negatives at that material time. We were just interested in selling, and people were giving us testimonies within that short time. So with that, we were able to carry on. We were just going on, bringing people. Now, another challenge came up sometime. We will talk about that maybe in the course of the discussion. But one of the first challenge I will talk about is when I decided to stop going to the head office to attend training. I want to do my own. That was when I knew that the business has another face. A face where team members can make you weep. Your own team members can make you throw in the towel. You will not even remember that these were the same people you were trying to motivate. But of course, we're still new, and I don't know much about network marketing there. So that was why, but I was able to say, because the products are good, nothing will stop me. I must sell this product. We were seeing money. Money was, you know, small bonuses were coming. My wife is earning, my daughter is earning, myself I'm earning. And we are selling the product. People that are coming in are also earning at that little rate. So my first presentation I wanted to do, we hired an eatery, 12,000 naira per hour. And only 2 people came also. Only 2 people came. We got over that. The next one, we paid, nobody came. I was the only one in that hall. I was writing, I was talking to myself, I was responding. Because I needed to motivate myself. I needed to tell myself what I'm supposed to tell others so that I can consume the 1 hour which we have paid for, then I would go. These I was experiencing gradually as the negative side. Then, sooner or later, I started noticing that people don't like network marketing. And who are these people? Those that are close to me, those that I thought that when they know it is me that is involved, they will carry it and run with it. All the people around me, negative. In fact, they were pitying me. They started sympathizing with me that what on earth made me to go and join this kind of thing, that this is left for people that have no hope again. You know, at that point, I started hiding this business from people I know. I said, now that I have not gotten any achievement, I cannot try to, you know, talk to people that will make me lose my relationship. Let me keep it at that point. That is one of the first problem, rejection. The challenges of rejection were so numerous. There was a day I was pushed down the staircase by somebody in my church because I mentioned something about our business. So I was called scam, I was called 419, I was called all sort of names and all that. But what made me to actually overcome more is knowledge of the industry and the platform. The knowledge of the industry is different. The knowledge of the platform is also different. So I was able to study the knowledge I needed to have in the platform and also research on the industry. So by the time I knew about these two things, I now knew there is no problem. And the basic books is there. GoPro, Eric Warren, and Robert Kiyosaki, Business of the 21st Century. These were the two books that opened my eyes into the industry. Then the LONGRICH platform, I have to do personal research from the little literatures that were on ground and also from testimonies. I was able to put them together. I started training. When you are always impacting people, you will learn more, and also it will help you to remember your why. I cannot stand and tell people, LONGRICH is this, LONGRICH is this, LONGRICH is this. And when challenges come, I will not go and tell the same people, please forget about LONGRICH, LONGRICH is useless. If I say that, by the times the challenges or the crises or the problems are solved, I cannot go back to them and say LONGRICH is now good, it's no longer useless. So most times what we say when we are impacting stand as a witness for or against us. So if you must overcome challenges, you need enormous knowledge. Then secondly, I changed my cycle of friends. I withdrew from people who don't share the same vision with me, because I have always known that if I continue to hang around people who don't share the same vision with me, my own vision will die. So I cut off from people that doesn't share the same vision with me, because the building stage of this business does not need people who does not have that same vision. So let me just stop there so that I don't take much of the time.
That is amazing. I mean, there's so much that you have poured into right there, and I'm going to try to summarize. You did go through challenges, and that's what we want those who are listening now, or those who might go back to watch the replay. I want you to understand that when you see successful people, there is a story behind, just like SD Eduru has just shared. They walked through a lot of challenges, but they came out stronger for it. I mean, talking about renting a hall, spending your hard-earned money for $12,000 and only 2 people show up. Or even another time when you were the only one there. But what did you do? Instead of just getting mad and leaving, you actually showed that you are going to get something out of it. And you said you started to write on the wall, you started to learn yourself and to motivate yourself. That's just something I want people to take home, to understand that there will always be challenges, just like SD Eduru has shared, but it's how you address those challenges that is going to be common. How many of you, if you are in in the Zoom meeting here or even on Facebook, you can type on the chat, just type 1. How many of you before dislike network marketing? I'm going to say yes. I also dislike network marketing. Type a 1 right there, right? How many of you also went through issues where you had no support from your family and friends, those who were supposed to be closest to you? I see lots of 1 in the chat, lots on Facebook as well. That is what Eduru went through. But don't worry, you are going to hear the other side of his story, because this is just the beginning, right? We are sharing with you that this is common. It's not only common in network marketing, it's common in everything, really. There are always going to be challenges. But he shared with us some great nuggets. I took down some notes. The first thing he said was passion. You've got to have passion for what you are doing. And that's what helped him through all that. How many of us can survive? You rented a hall, nobody showed up. You do it the second time, nobody showed up, and you still keep doing it. You talk to your family members. Did you hear that he said someone pushed him down the stairs for sharing a business with him? I mean, I don't know what else you could go through as bad as that. Insults, and then physical assault. That is huge, but that did not deter him. So when you see people where they are today, understand what they've been through to get to where they need to be. And one of the other things he shared was knowledge. You get knowledge from many places, books, testimonials, literature, and even training others so that you can learn more. And then your why. We always talk about, why are you doing this? A lot of you want to leave a legacy for your family and things like that. Why are you doing this? That why helped him through it. And I love what he also said, change your circle of friends. That is absolutely great. Who are your friends? He did change that. So as the Eduru, this is, even if we ended here, that's a lot to take in right here.
No, definitely. As in, if there was a mark for resilience, for doggedness, for determination, never say die, you'll be 110, 1,000%, sir, because you've seen it all. There's nothing anybody's going to see that you probably haven't seen in the business. That's why I love to do the winning perspective, because you get to hear the story. And there's a saying that there's no glory without a story. Everybody who's successful today in whatever, you said it, whatever business, you must go through stuff to get to the top, because if it were easy, everybody would be a millionaire. So, it's really, really fascinating. I feel like singing. I can't sing to save my life. Even I'll be singing, I'm unstoppable, because that's what's coming through my mind. You were truly unstoppable. And, but today, the story is very different. And, a lot of us want to hear about the fantastic perks that we get to, to benefit from LONGRICH. Thank God you've also shared with us, the other side of the coin, the pain and the process that you've taken to get to where you are. Now, sir, please, can you share with us, you've shared with us how you overcame some of those challenges, but we want to know what the difference LONGRICH has made to you and your family. What difference has LONGRICH made? Because a lot of people want to hear about that. I want to hear about that.
First of all, the state I was in, there are two things here. Let me be very, very explicit. It is good for you not to have tested something and you are being denied, than for you to have tested and now you are being denied of what you have tested before. Now, what am I saying? My school days, I enjoyed life. In my university days, I enjoyed life so much, But when I was out of school, I discovered that I needed identity. And if I'm going to get that identity, then I must go and start my own. There's a difference between our and mine. And being a man, I must have my own. I must start my own. And that was where I started seeing the roughness of life. I started LONGRICH without anything. The money I started Longrich with, even though it's my rent, it's not my own, it's my landlord's money. In fact, I would say it is my landlord's money I borrowed to do the business. It's just that the money did not get to his hand first before I used it. So I started the business on ground zero. Now, it means when I started a business, something was chasing me, and that is what they call poverty. And I don't like poverty, but I kept running until I saw the business. And Longrich has been able to, bridge that gap. A gap, I did not say that when I had my wedding was when my last business was dying. I was completely bankrupt. That was when I did my wedding, a wedding without reception. I just did a weekday service, evening service, and that was all. Everybody that came, people that came to service that evening didn't know that there would be a wedding. I just got somebody for 100 people, take away. That is all. You come out, you take yours and go. And everybody go and sleep. Even my neighbors never knew I was doing that. I did my reception 7 years later because of Longrich. 7 years later, I did a reception that was heavy. I mean heavy. Now, before then, despite all the businesses I've been doing, believe you me, it was difficult to have real savings that you could use for another investment. Maybe just making ends meet, but no real savings was coming out from every other businesses I was doing. Longrich was the first business I started in my life that started giving me sustainable income that is going to transcend to my grandchildren. There is no doubt my grandchildren will benefit from what I have today. My children are still very small, but I'm talking of my grandchildren, what Longrich has done for me. Sustainable income, and has been able to establish me on the route of passive income stream. This is one of the greatest benefits. Now, not stopping there, I don't want to talk about trips, cars. From 2020, from that 2015 till it was only last year, I did not get car last year. Last year was 21. Okay, I got car last year. But this year, between last year and this year, I didn't get car because it was not easy. But you talk of trips, cars, just name them. Everything Longrich can give in form of promo or incentive, I've gotten all of them from the company. Now, I have also been able to establish real estate business outside Nigeria. In that intro video, you saw me carrying cartons. That was when I was in Belfast in school then, because I set up my stockists during the pre-COVID, before COVID. And during the COVID time, business was moving. It was really, really moving. That period of COVID, we made a lot of sales. So nobody to help me, I will do it myself and all that. That aside, the most resounding achievement I have gotten from Longrich is my ability to set up this foundation that has been helping widows and orphans in school. Every month, if we don't spend till last month, 500,000 for these people every month. And every dime comes from my Longrich commissions. Students in school, our first graduates will be coming out next year from a foreign university, not even Nigerian university, all to LONGRICH. All these credits goes to LONGRICH and God, because God used LONGRICH to change the narrative. What I have benefited is beyond money, also the products. I may just use this opportunity to talk a little bit about the product, because the products have, since I joined LONGRICH, to be candid, I don't take drugs. I don't go to the hospital. My family hospital, I don't go there for treatment. I only take my family members there. I don't even take paracetamol, because I so much use this product as a lifestyle. I will tell you something about a combo of products I use to handle scorpion that stung me in 2017. At about 12 midnight, I wanted to step out of my room, of my bed, to the convenience to ease myself. And I was stung by something. Later, I discovered it was scorpion. I killed the scorpion, but the venom was already moving up. Because I had knowledge of the products, I quickly got the pie cup, which was very close to my bed, and I drank the water. I picked up the vintage liquor because I know the vintage liquor is anti-poison. I quickly drank it, and while I was opening the bottle, I have told my wife, get me coffee, 2 sachets in a small cup. Water must be very hot. The flask was already ready. So, and this was how I put the coffee on top of these 2 things I've taken before. Believe you me, from my abdomen, that venom started moving downwards. By the time it got to my feet became numb. No blood circulation there again. That was in the morning I woke up. I did not bother. I was, assisted to the car, got to the office. I took just 2 capsules of Cordyceps militaris. And that was how, within 1 hour, there was blood circulation in my feet again. And I did not remember that I was stung by a scorpion the previous night. This happened 2017 March. Till date, I have not gone to the hospital to do any checkup or take any drug. Every morning I wake up, I take water from the pie cup, minimum of between 4 to 6 water therapy, between 4 to 6 water from the cup. The coffee is now that is becoming a little bit scarce. That is why, but I take coffee every day. I use the toothpaste every day. There are so many testimonies about those products. The snake oil is one of my favorites of late, because I use the snake oil and the mosquito repellent to grow my front hair, and it has prevented me from getting bar hair. Before I used to get bar hair, and now it's coming up. You can see there's no bar hair.
Wow. That's a new one for me. I never knew that. Guys, that's for the men on the call. Yeah, that. I think I know someone who will be needing it in my household.
So the mixture of the mosquito repellent and the snake oil is so good for hair growth. Most especially people that are having bar hair, very, very, just spray it there and put your listing. You will see the difference. You will see it yourself. You will notice that, so this thing works. And that is that. Then for the bamboo soap, I use bamboo soap every day. Why I use the bamboo charcoal soap is because it does not give me double color. It helps to glow my natural color the way it is. When I was using different type of soaps before LONGRICH, I noticed what I was going through. They changed my color. Sometimes I'm dark, sometimes I'm light, which I was becoming embarrassed with. And then sometimes we even buy the soap expensively. But with the LONGRICH bamboo soap, it leaves my color the way it is supposed to be. And I have been very, very grateful to that soap. Very, very good. I use it on daily basis. The panty liner, of course, I use the panty liner as a man that is approaching 50. I cannot joke with things like prostrate. You don't need to wait for it to come before you try to prevent it. Every man from the age of 35 and above is supposed to be using the panty liner attached to the boxers or brief to prevent things like UTI or even treat if it is there, and also protect the prostate gland from continuous enlargements. So these are just a few of the products that I will say I want to talk about, or I am talking about. Almost all the products are fantastic. They are good. I use the Libao. It's only Mengine of all Longrich products that I have not used because it's for women. So these are the products that I would say I frequently use. The toothpaste, of course, without the toothpaste, I don't know if I will find any toothpaste on planet Earth that will really do what the toothpaste is doing for us. So these are some of my favorite products that I just attached to what you were asking me. It has stabilized my health. I cannot imagine all these products I take on daily basis. Sometimes I chew the calcium. I have the calcium. I chew it. Berry oil, of course, on a daily basis is fantastic. We use it. Cordyceps once in 6 months. We take it for maintenance, and we are good to go. To be candid, all these products, if you are a product user of Longrich, I tell you, you will see the difference. Majority of people, they make money, their business is doing well, their job is paying them fine, but I can assure you, you may be earning well, but your health is deteriorating and you are separating yourself from your health because the nature of your work can actually impact on your health negatively. And before you know it, there is a lacuna. By the time you want to retire, oh, let me relax now, you discover that you cannot really relax because your health has left you. So that becomes a problem. You will now begin to use that money to go after your health from time to time. And that becomes a very big challenge for many people towards their old age. By the time they are retiring with sickness. But when you are on this supplement consistently, using them as a lifestyle, then you will know the difference. You cannot take paracetamol for 3 months running daily, day in, day out, morning to night. You can't do that. But you can take calcium from January to December, nothing will happen. You can take berry oil from January to December, nothing will happen. Because these are just supplements, and not just ordinary supplements. They are not even genetically modified. They are organic in nature. Yes, they are organic in nature.
Yes.
So if you know the in-depth of the ingredients that are used for the Longrich products, you will appreciate that we are paying little or nothing to get these products. That berry oil you see is not just an ordinary berry oil that is you see in companies. The berry oil itself is sea buckthorn berry oil. How these products are made, the berry oil, Longrich cultivates it, preserves the nutrients until it is processed to ensure the sea buckthorn itself does not lose the nutrient it is supposed to give the person that is using it. So they freeze that farm, shake it, it will drop on its own because it has thorns where the trees that grows it has thorns. So it's not easy to harvest. That is why most companies, they avoid it. But Longrich goes extra mile, just like the way we look at the pie cup. Anybody that does not have that pie cup in his or her home, the person does not like himself or herself. Because imagine if I don't have the pie cup in my house. Is it that night I will not begin to say, oh, let me go and get the pie cup the next day? Maybe I will not be here talking to you people. So it is something that everybody should pay attention to. Try to have this product. The pie cup is number one. The toothpaste, of course, it will help you. Then we talk about the other products that you can play around with. So these are some of the achievements I will talk about. As for, of course, my book carries more stories that I cannot say here now because of time. Time is really not on our side here. Otherwise, I would have want to go on and on and on and on. You know,
I can tell, Mr. Eduru, you are fully loaded. That was like a mini masterclass on its own, to be honest. It really was. They're just dropping the nuggets, and I was writing. I hope you guys have your notebook, because I have got mine. I can't come and speak to, a guy, a gentleman at the top of his game without my notebook. So I hope you are taking your nuggets down, because tomorrow you forget. Like somebody always says, the longest pencil, the shortest pencil is better than your memory, because you will not remember. There's so many things.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So write it down, and pick up. Most importantly, it's on Amazon, Made in Warri. Please pick up that book, because you've heard from him. We just have an hour with him tonight. He's just traveled, from within different continents, so it can't download everything in an hour. But let me just recap. Flo, I'll let you do this the product bit, because that was like a mini masterclass on the product, and I was just like, whoa, because as you were dropping it, I didn't know about those products, but I don't want to even go there. Let me recap on the other side first. I'll let Flo, who's our microbiologist and a scientist, do that for us. But I just want to touch on a few things that you said about what LONGRICH, how it changed the narrative for you and your family. And you mentioned about having the wedding without actually doing the reception on the day, and people just have to take away and all. It tells of the type of man that you are, someone who knows where he's going. A lot of people put off doing stuff because they're waiting for perfect conditions, but you did not wait. And same with your business. That same approach you've taken to most things in your life, and we can see why you're successful. You had that reception 7 years later in grand style, paid for by your LONGRICH proceeds. You've been able to save for investment. In fact, it's had an impact, not just on
let me chip in there. There's something I omitted.
Okay.
Do you know, when we did that, people didn't know. I want to celebrate my one-star director. And I invited a lot of people. Okay, people always come for celebration.
Yeah.
But majority of the people I invited were my team. And I told them to invite their people, because I'm going to tell them my story.
Wow.
And when they came, they could not eat, they could not drink. It was in excess. But the good thing there was, Madam Titi was there, Udeme was there, Alex was there. So the good thing there was, I wanted to make money out of it.
It's smart. Made in Warri can't carry last.
So I told, please, leaders that are in the house, listen to this. I told the people my team members, my leaders, I said, look, bring your your prospects that are so hard. Those are your VIP prospects. This is the better platform, better event for them. Bring those difficult VIP prospects, invite them to come and enjoy with your star director. And they came. When they came, they were bombarded with surprises. By the time I finished my story, that this is actually my reception for my wedding, they were stunned.
Wow.
That I didn't do reception during my wedding because I could not afford it. But thank God to this company, LONGRICH.
Wow. Wow.
And you won't believe that we made sales to the tune of 60-something million naira in 2 weeks after that event.
You're joking.
And when the bonus came, it was massive. That week, I earned 5 million.
Guys.
My wife, 1.5. And that was the same day my dad was in the mortuary. In fact, they brought my dad's corpse 2 days to that event from the US because he was sick. I was stunned. I said, what do? I can't. How can these people do this to me? I didn't tell anybody that I lost my dad. I said, no. I called somebody, take him to the village, put him in the mortuary. On Monday after the event, I went. And the day we were lowering him, that very day my alert was entering right in the grave spots. What do you expect me to do? I didn't cry again. I smiled when I saw the
Oh
alert.
God, Estima, you're too funny.
Oh, yeah.
As in, the alert wiped off some tears.
No, it was then I believed that alert can make somebody to smile in a funeral service.
Wow.
Yeah. It can cure deep cancer in the blood. So that
Money
is just what I
answered
wanted
all
to say.
things. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that. Powerful one. As it's a lot to unpick because I'm trying to get my head around it because 7 years on, you did your wedding reception, but you invited your team members, asked them to bring their prospect, and that event practically probably paid for itself because the alerts are followed. Is like not alert but alarm, and this was not even 8 years on. This was years ago as a 1-star director. Now is a 3-star director. In case you don't know, to become a 1-star director, you need 1.5 million PVs. It might not make sense to you, but to become a 3-star director, it needs minimum of 9 million PVs. Do the math. Yes. So it's phenomenal. I don't want to recap everything he said, but you've heard it all yourself. LONGRICH practically is a game changer. It's changed Mr. Eduru's life, not just himself. His wife is a 2-star director on this platform separately. He's a 3-star director. His wife is a 2-star director. Himself, his family, up to his 2nd generation, his grandchildren will be impacted by LONGRICH. You've heard it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. For sake of time, I'm just going to pass on to Flo to talk about the product side of things because my head, that snake oil and mosquito repellent combo is like immediate application in my household. Over to you, Flo.
I know it's already 10 o'clock in some places, so we don't have so much time to dive into it, but I can tell you this, and please hang on, especially if you're not a partner with LONGRICH yet. I'm going to tell you later how you can become a partner, so hang on. If you've heard something you've liked today, hang on. Just give us a few more minutes. But let me just summarize. He shared a lot of products here. Did you know that this LONGRICH toothpaste that he mentioned has no fluorine in it, no fluoride in it? Why is that important? It's important because fluorine is one of the components used in making bombs. Who want to be ingesting something that you use in making bombs? And do you know that fluorine has been known to is one of the leading causes, they say now, for dementia? So you need to get great products for your health. One thing I love about LONGRICH Bioscience is they tend to look for products that have using natural ingredients. They remove the chemical ingredients where possible and focus on the natural ingredients. Let me give you an example again of the fluorine. They remove fluorine in it and use an ingredient from papaya, which is like pawpaw, to replace it so that you still get the benefits that fluorine was given before, but without that side effect. Another one is the bamboo soap that he mentioned. He says he takes his bath every day with bamboo soap. If you've heard about black soap or oshedudu, type a 1 in the chat. Black soap or oshedudu, they call it in Yoruba. Thank you, Ada. You know about it. Thank you, Cordelia. Exactly. Those soap our great-grandparents used to use before, and their skin would be glowing and everything. No issues, nothing. No scars, no skin problems. This is what LONGRICH did. They went and took that soap. They removed the harshness from it and made it nice, kept all the natural ingredients that is good for us. So our skin, look at Mr. Emmanuel's skin, look at Mr. Eduru's skin. It's glorious. I mean, that's what he uses every day.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, he talked about many other things. This alkaline cup, let me tell you, if you have heard about clay pots, when our great-grandparents used to drink water from the clay pots, type a 2 in the chat. Have you heard about that? Clay pot. Do you know that what LONGRICH did was to mimic the effectiveness of the clay pot using tourmaline stones? They created it, they put a filter at the top and a filter at the bottom. When you actually shake it, you will hear a sound like the ingredients that the make of the clay pot to do the same thing, to give us that immunity, to boost our immunity. My own personal testimony from my own sister, I call her sister for life, is someone who has sickle cell. Do you know when she was in crisis, she was able to take that water and it was able to make oxygen flow more into her cells, into her blood, to avert the crisis for sickle cell. There's so many testimonies. How many can we give? My mother has testimonies. So long story short is LONGRICH looks for ways, natural ways to provide good health for us. There's so many products. We don't have the time. The panty liner, if you know someone that has fibroid, the panty liner you must use. It's a unisex product. It helps in shrinking down the fibroids. She talked about sea buctonberry oil. I have it here. This is a daily use for us. It relaxes you. It even helps to control high blood pressure. The snake oil, what else can we talk about? So many things. So for the sake of time, we won't be able to go through. If you are new or you even want to learn more about these products, go to the person who invited you. I have like a catalog right here that can share with you all the products and the benefits. But don't forget to pick up his book, Made in Worry, if you want to know more about all the products and how they help. Remember, I'm a microbiologist. I've worked for pharmaceutical companies, and I know that when you take medicines, they are good for us, but they often have side effects, which is why supplements made from natural ingredients is the best way to go. So what not to?
Absolutely. Flo, I just wanted to chip in there. You've covered the, SD, Eduru, the combination you mentioned, the poison antidotes. That one is something I've never heard before, and it's so handy because for those who live in the tropics, you get all sorts of bites and all of that. To have that antidote from LONGRICH, you've not visited the hospital. They say health is wealth. Beyond the financial gain and all of that, health is number one, because without health, like you rightly say, a lot of people retire and find out that they have different ailments because they've neglected their health over time. But thank goodness we have a platform which gives us the avenue to maintain both health and wealth, which is why I really love LONGRICH, because both of them go into them. It's fantastic. Another thing you mentioned, which is very dear to our hearts, Flo, because we talk about empowerment, I talk about impacting lives, is the same thing. You have a foundation that you're able to support to the tune of $500,000 Naira every month from your LONGRICH posting. Guys, there's something about you doing something for yourself and your family, but there's another level where you're able to help other people, to help orphans and widows. That's, like one of the most noble things ever, to touch lives, not people related to you, not because you're expecting anything out of it, but because that's a cost, to leave the world a better place than you met it. So, I can just go on and on. That's why I love this platform, because when we come together like this, we hear all sorts of, the story, the journey, the process, but in the end, it's totally worth it because it does phenomenal things for us and for other people around us. So thank you, Ima, for sharing all of those nuggets with us. I think we're going to take 3 audience questions or a couple, Flo. Or is there any other further question you wanted to ask?
No, I think it's great to do that. Let's take audience questions.
Awesome. I'm just going to scroll up. If you have any question, we're going to take a couple because of time. We just want to wrap it up as soon as possible, but we're going to just, the chat box is like buzzing.
You're absolutely right, Clara, about the alkaline cup. Actually, my husband had food poisoning a couple of weeks ago, and it was so bad, we were about to go to the emergency room. And I remember, I'm like, have you taken water from your alkaline cup? And he's like, no. And guess what? Quickly, tank water from the alkaline cup. Do you know that in 30 minutes, he was totally fine. He was fine. So,
no, our products are great. If you don't have the alkaline cup, make sure you order it tomorrow. Your 30 PV, your maintenance order, get yourself an alkaline cup. It's a fantastic product, a must-have for every member and for every person on this call. It's a must-have. I'm just going to read a few comments. Never knew the wine is an antidote for poison. Whoa, panty liners for men, awesomeness. Yes. We then use it. It helps with the prostate region. So you use it preventatively, not even as a cure, and all of that is really, really fantastic. We have so many comments and they keep coming. I have 46 unread messages. Flo, if you can see a question, please go ahead and ask. Everyone is sort of, hyped up and super pumped.
Yeah, I think, Vera, you want to know particular if we have any products that have xenoestrogen. So I think what I shared before about LONGRICH is that they actually use natural products. For example, so first of all, you probably want to find out what you are trying to get to by looking for a product that has xenoestrogen. What is it that you're trying to solve? Is it hormonal imbalance? Is it fertility issues? And if that's the case, then we have products for those like the Menguine for women that can help you with that. They don't produce chemical products. They don't produce medicines. These, like we said, are natural supplements that can help you. So hopefully that helps. It may be something that we'll need to take outside of this. I also see a question about SD. SD, Ima, they want to know your weekly income from LONGRICH.
Let the person private chat me for security. We can't do that.
Exactly.
You know, those ones, before we used to do those, but for now, we have tried to put those things by the side. You can ask me privately, I can tell you. It's not something we hide. The books are there. The back office will show it. You know, but for security reasons, you know where I am. If I'm in the UK, it's not a problem. But where I am today, it's not really allowed for such things to be thrown into the air again. You know, there's something I want to say about the PICO before I leave. If you people may have heard me repeating pi, I hardly call it alkaline cup.
Mm-hmm.
It is not alkaline cup, it is PICO. Because that stones you shook now in the cup, they have different components they emit into the water because they are different stones. It's just like saying meat pie. There are different things, condiments that makes it a pie. You know, that is how that cup is. Those different stones, some emits far infrared into the water, some emits oxygen, create oxygen exchange. That same water has no heavy metal as a result of the KDF filter that has been able to do that one by converting positive ions into negative ions that is beneficial for the body. In all these, I've not mentioned alkaline.
Mm-mm.
Alkaline is just one of the properties of the cup. So if we call it alkaline cup, then how is our cup different from other companies' cup that they sell alkaline? The water from the cup is not alkaline in nature, it's activated. When the water is activated, it goes beyond alkaline. And that is why it can actually neutralize drugs or medication or supplements. You cannot use water from the cup to take your medication because it will neutralize its potency. You can pick alkaline water and take your medication anywhere, but not the water from the cup, because the water with the cup is not only alkaline in nature, it is activated because it is oxygen rich, it has far infrared, there is an anion exchange that is there already. It has these crystalline molecules there that makes the cells to be permeable so that they can absorb nutrients, because if the cells, they're not absorbing nutrients from the food you eat, then automatically what you are eating is garbage in, garbage out. So that water does a whole lot. That is why if somebody is sick and you don't know what to prescribe, just give the person the cup to be using. You have given that person life again. I'm just telling you. If it is critical, just give the person the cup. If you are drinking water from the cup religiously on a daily basis, your immune system will be at equilibrium level. You will not see yourself having health issues all the time, irrespective of your status. Be you a diabetic, be you high blood pressure. I'm not saying you should not take your medication. No, take, but use the pie cup water on a daily basis. You will see how your immunity will be restored back to normal at equilibrium position where you will not be challenged with anything and the rug will be taken out of your feet. So the pie cup is is powerful. It does a whole lot. It's a neutralizer. It helps so much. So it cannot be compared with ordinary alkaline water or alkaline cup that they sell in the stores. So let's try as much as possible to get the cup, give to people, gift it out. Christmas is coming. What do you give people for souvenir? What do you give people for hampers? Give quality hampers to people. You could sell them and you see the difference, because this is not the time you give, or you cannot be doing Longrich or distributing Longrich product and you are giving other things as hampers. So you can give it to them at that.
Wow. And like I said, this is like for me a product masterclass. Seriously, it's a mini masterclass on the products, because I've learned a few more things, beyond alkaline. I knew our cup was, not just alkaline cup, but not like this. This is even a different level for me personally. So thank you, Ezima. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Alkaline cup, we said it, you've heard it again. You have to get it. Go out and get it, and not just get it, actually use it. I know a lot of people who have the alkaline cup, but they don't use it every day. I try to use mine every day, and when I wasn't using it every day, I had very bad acid reflux. I'm glad I'm using my cup again every day now. So please use your cup, or if you don't have, get one today. Flo, do you want to leave your last comments, and then we can release our SD and we can tell people how they can be a part of this, because people are wondering, how can they join? How can they become a partner? They want to know. So over to you.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you, SD Eduru, for this fantastic hour and a few minutes that you have spent with us. Despite your challenging, traveling and tired, you still decided you are going to commit to this and share information. One of the things that you mentioned was knowledge was what got you to where you were. And we can tell, it shows, even at your level at SD3, you are able to tell us specific things and how to use the products, what the products are made for, how the quality is. So you come back, you shared your vulnerability too. When you were down, what you didn't have and what you had to do and what you had to get to where you are right now. I just hope that people who are listening can take this opportunity. There is something that they call Paul. You said Paul was chasing you and you decided you were going to outsmart that Paul, right? Yeah. So they say Paul now, the definition of Paul is always, prevent, passing you get opportunity, passing over, exactly, passing over opportunity repeatedly. Some people are going to hear this today or whenever they watch the replay. What are you going to do with that information? If nothing else, else.
Let me come in there. Don't worry, I'm not afraid of time. This is good, my business. Good. I can take you all till 1 a.m.
Oh, passion!
It runs in my blood. Now, when I hear people say, I don't have money, I cannot do this business. Such a person needs deliverance. I didn't have money. I was not even living in a big house. I was living in a room and parlor in some Fadei. When I got my first car, brand new car with the polythene all over the place, when I entered the street, it was like I just won governorship election. They were escorting the car from the road. And at the end of the day, there was nowhere to park it because the compound you park in the street. I didn't tell you people that. It got to a stage, I was parking my car in Antony police station because I was told by the boys there that if I park this car there, they will destroy it, no security. I was parking my car in Antony police station for 8 months. And I would take Danfo to go and pick my car in the morning. When I finish, I go and park it back in the police station, take Danfo back until one Danfo man dropped me on the express when it was raining, I shed tears. I said, come, am I okay? Why am I still living there? Can't I go and get a better place for myself that I can park cars inside than this nonsense? You know, that was when the scale fell off my eyes. I was still putting myself the way I was when I started the business. I never knew things have changed. And the moment I tried to get to the house, put all the bonuses together, we got a place, we paid, the lawyer disappeared till today. We didn't see the lawyer again. We have to start again. You know, when I look at all these disappointments, and God was able to use this company, nobody dared talk bad about Longbridge because I will not take it. I said, Zuziwe, you can't stop me from doing this business because I know the principles. I understand the principles, and you have already set it there. Since I started, they have not changed the compensation plan. It's all about doing your part, and it's automatic. So nobody should say, I didn't have money when I started. So what are you going to tell me? You must commit something that will pain you, something that will make you know that something left you, like a surgery. I use my rent. And after using my rent, I did not go and sleep on my bed. I came out and knew that I either pay the rent or I'll see myself under the bridge. And that was the motivation. Without that why, maybe if the money was so overflowing in the bank account, I would have said, I beg, I don't have time for all this nonsense. Please let it go. I didn't let it go. I defy all odds and ensure that, yes, this business must produce it. It must produce it, and that here we are today. Yes. This same house rent has produced properties in Nigeria and outside the country. So what else do I have to say? What do I need to say? God, thank you, that is all. But anybody that is saying, I don't have money, it's too expensive. That when I started the business, I could not afford the bamboo soap. I was still using other soap to take my bath. I was still using other toothpaste, but I was trying to market these ones. Later, I could afford it. From before you know it, I started getting it for free because I got it from my back office. Before you know it, I was dashing people as if it's free. But I did not start it with that status. So it is the mindset that need to change. Nobody is poor. I have come to realize that nobody is poor. It's the mindset that is poor. If your mind tells you you are poor, you are poor. If your mind tells you you are rich, you are rich. That is it. I can be going about in the streets. I'm nothing, I'm nobody. Where you know I'm somebody is when the things I've done or the things I'm doing on ground, how I touch people's life. I have gone beyond, signing up people. I've gone beyond impacting on people. I've gone beyond training people. I am now on helping people who don't know me and can never know me or tell me thank you in kind tomorrow. That is it. This business has taken me to that level where I can help people that I don't know, have no connection with my family, no blood relationship, and they cannot pay back. That is my greatest achievement. Training people, coming out as graduates in the university, empowering widows that ordinarily would have said, God, take my life. But somebody is there coming to meet you at your point of need. God is using me, and that is a ministry for me. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You really said it all. I don't know what else to say. You said it all. What do you want to be known by? When we lived 100 years from now, what do you want to be known by? That's exactly what he just shared. Impacting lives beyond those that you know, those who could never actually pay you back, could never do anything for you. And imagine that opportunity was started by borrowed money from the landlord, what he was going to use to pay the rent. That's it. So, I don't know what else to say, but to say thank you. You have inspired so many people here. If you are inspired, put your favorite emoji to say thank you to SD Eduru, fantastic. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Thank you so much.
I echo your sentiments, Flo. I really do, because there's really not much to say. He said it all. I'm going to put in my favorite emojis. But I'm sure there are people on this call, either they're watching us live today, the 18th of September, or watching subsequently. They stumbled on this recording on Facebook and they're wondering, okay, we're really interested now. How can I be a part of this? How can I also partner with LONGRICH to change my life? Perhaps you're already comfortable, but you're looking for an extra income stream. You know, all over the world, the economy is biting. I went to the supermarket today, and trust me, when I saw baked beans, I was on the phone to a friend of mine. I was like, what? What do they mean? Baked beans is 4 for £4. I'm like, that's double the price. I literally like, what? You know, everything is expensive all over the world. It's biting, and you want extra income. And that's a real story, by the way. It's not even a joke. I literally scream. I'm like, what? So this business is for everybody. So Flo, tell us in maybe 5 minutes or less, how can people partner up with LONGRICH?
It's very simple.
Joyce,
okay.
Let me round up and leave you people before you continue with
your last
word.
word. Yeah, give us your encouragement. Yes.
Okay. First, you know, I want to a call to action. Switch your brand to LONGRICH organic products. Empower yourself with knowledge and gain control over your health, because without your health, you can't really push further. You cannot go to people as you are talking, you are coughing, oh, I'm having cold, I'm sick every now and then, you are not okay. It will be difficult for you to inspire anybody. Be a product user. Your personal testimonies are the greatest motivation you need, not somebody else's testimony. You can talk about people's testimony, but you need to also talk about yours. Don't keep quiet. Tell others about LONGRICH products. And NPVs is very important. And finally, the Made in Warri book is dedicated to my foundation, Emmanuel Eduru Foundation. Every proceed from that book goes to the foundation. It doesn't come to me. There is an administrator running the foundation, and it's neutral, it's different from my person, but it is my foundation. It is deliberate so that I can focus on what I do. Thank you so much for your time. When you read that book, you will see solution to challenges. Every challenge you go through, there is a solution for it. No matter the challenge you go through, there are some challenges you will need wisdom. There are some you will need to be kind to be able to jump it. There are some that you will need understanding. There are some of the challenges you will need knowledge to be able to go through them. There are some that you need to endure and you will overcome. So all those, you will meet them. They are there. You know, so thank you so much, the organizers of this meeting. I so much thank you, because you are helping to promote the brand globally. I wish I could spend more time with you people. My door will always be open from time to time. If I have the chance, I will definitely say yes to whenever you people call me. And also, I want people to keep it up. Let's keep educating the people. The more people we educate, the more the brand becomes popular. And when the brand becomes popular, I tell you, it is to our own benefit. Believe you me, once the brand is this popular, it will be to our own benefit. So let's keep doing what we are doing. God will continue to sustain us as we do all this. In no distant time, your testimonies will also bet. We're looking forward to celebrate you, Joyce, as the one. And your team, you guys are doing well. So thank you so much. And all the participants in the house, CID members, PWP, and all that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And God bless you. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Amazing one to kick us off again. The winning perspective has been phenomenal. Hot, 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 hot. Some fire emojis, some money bags. Thank you, some hearts. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. I love you.
We love you too. And I'm sure you'll be back, and maybe with your wife next time. We'd love to hear from SD2. Our greetings to the family. Thank you so much. And thank you, Eduru, Emanuela, for allowing us to steal your hobby for an hour or so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.